Friends, arrogance destroys, it leads the person on the path of darkness. It prevents the person from seeing his shortcomings and gives him the false belief that he is superior to others. An arrogant person always claims to be better than others and never accepts his mistakes. This arrogance makes a person ignore the advice and criticism of others. He is not ready to listen to the opinion of others and always wants to work according to his own terms, depriving him of opportunities to learn and improve. Arrogance isolates a person because no one likes to stay around an arrogant person. Arrogance leads the person on the wrong path and pushes him towards destruction. Arrogance has many forms. It can manifest itself in the form of pride, arrogance, and a sense of superiority. It creates many problems in a person's life, spoils his relationships, and prevents him from succeeding. An arrogant person often hurts others, and he himself remains unhappy. Let's understand this through today's Buddhist story and also try to find out what is the solution to this and what can we do to control our arrogance. A long time ago, there was a small kingdom. A very rich merchant lived in that kingdom who lacked nothing. He had all the comforts and luxuries that he wanted. He also had a son who was now a young man. The merchant's son had not seen any sorrow in his life so far. Whatever he wanted, the merchant would get him everything, due to which he had not yet experienced any kind of sorrow in his life. That merchant's son also had many friends. He had wealth, money, he lacked nothing. But one day, the merchant suddenly fell ill, and before he knew it, his illness had completely overpowered him. The merchant was counting his last breaths. Now it seemed to the merchant that he would not survive. His end time had come. Therefore, he called his son to his side and said to him, "Son, you have only seen comfort till now. Whatever you wanted, I got everything for you. That's why you have not experienced sorrow yet. You don't even know what sorrow is, and this is what worries me, that when the clouds of sorrow hover over you, you won't be able to endure it. That's why I have called you here today. I just want to tell you at the last moment, be careful, after my death, your own will become the cause of your sorrows." Saying this, the merchant met his death. The merchant's son was very sad at the death of his father, but just then one of his friends came to him and consoling him said, "Friend, why are you crying? It's just your father who died, but you still have all this wealth, property, all these riches belong to you now. Now you can enjoy those things which you couldn't enjoy while your father was alive." Hearing this from his friend, he became very happy, and he had also realized that he had immense wealth, money, riches, with the help of which he could live his life happily. But because of this wealth and riches, he had also fallen prey to bad habits. He had developed the habit of taking all kinds of intoxicants. He would go wherever he wanted. Whenever he wished, he would call anyone to his house. Whether it was day or night, he would buy whatever he wanted because he had the wealth, and also his father's entire business was now in his hands, and he was very happy now. He was living his life according to his own will. One day he thought, "My father scared me for no reason that people will take advantage of me, will become my enemies, will become the cause of my sorrows, but now I'm enjoying my life even more. My days of happiness have come now. Whatever I couldn't do earlier, I'm capable of doing all that now." Thinking all this, there was no end to his happiness. He was very happy. Just then one day, a very big hospital was being constructed in that kingdom, and during the construction of that hospital, an announcement was made that whoever donates the maximum amount for this hospital, their name would be written in golden letters on a stone slab in that hospital. When his friend heard this, he came running to him and told him everything. Then the merchant's son decided that he would donate the maximum amount to the hospital, and he did just that, and it was also decided that his name would be written in golden letters on a stone slab in that hospital. But when he was returning home after donating, on the way he met a sage who was asking for food. At this, the arrogant businessman's son says, "You people just keep screaming for a meal, don't know where you come from, and why does God even create you? You people are filth, you don't deserve to live. Just to fill your stomach, for a meal, you bow down before anyone. If bowing is required, then bow before that God. Maybe he will forgive your sins and provide you a good life. Maybe he will even give you food." Saying this, the boy left from there scolding those sages. Slowly, the number of his friends, associates, and relatives near that boy started increasing. Now no one would do any work without asking him. Everything was asked only from him, which made the boy feel that nothing can happen without me now. Whatever happens, it's me. Due to which the boy's arrogance was now sky high. Everyone had won his heart over. All people had become his confidants. That boy had immense wealth, which is why everyone was connected to him. But this was something the boy couldn't understand. He wanted to show himself as great, but gradually, due to his bad habits, his business started failing. Before he knew it, one day he suffered a huge loss in business. His entire business was drowned in debt. Now he had become very worried, very concerned. He couldn't understand what had happened. Some time back I had immense wealth, and today I have a huge debt that I will have to repay. Just then he remembered the money he had loaned to his friends, associates, and relatives. He started asking all of them to return the money he had loaned, but no one returned his money. Instead, people scolded him and chased him away from there. He went to each one of them, but no one helped him at all. Before he knew it, everything of his was sold. Now he had nothing left. He was now on the streets. Then he started thinking, what will happen ahead? How will he eat? Where will he stay? And how will he sleep? His father's memories were haunting him. He kept remembering his father and crying. Tears were flowing from his eyes. But now it was very late, and he was also starting to feel hungry. Then he thought, I will go to that hospital where my name is written in golden letters on a stone slab. I will go there and ask for some help. He reached there and told the owner, do you recognize me? I am the one who donated the maximum amount to this hospital. And my name is written in golden letters on a stone slab of this hospital. Although right now my condition is a little bad and I don't even have any food. Can you give me some food? I am hungry. I am extremely hungry. My own people have betrayed me. Can you give me some food? Hearing this, the owner says food for beggars is given outside the hospital, not inside. Go out and sit outside. And as far as your name is concerned, beggars' names are not written in golden letters on the hospital stone. The owner immediately got his name removed from that stone slab of the hospital and then announced again that whoever donates the maximum amount to the hospital, their name will be written in golden letters on the hospital's stone slab. Seeing all this, that boy was very surprised. He was very shocked. He was crying to himself and thinking that life is so sorrowful. Life is very short. Now I have come to know that even a name written on stone can be erased, and if a name written on stone can be erased, then what's the value of this life? Even this life can end at any time. The boy was extremely hungry. He just went outside the hospital and sat in a corner there. People kept coming and giving some or the other donation to the beggars. But that boy didn't have the courage to beg, nor did he want to sit with those beggars. Before he realized, the afternoon had turned into night, but he still hadn't received anything. Yet his hunger kept increasing, and he was extremely hungry. For the first time, he got to know his hunger. Got to know about the fire in his stomach, and due to this hunger, he had become so disturbed that he decided he will steal something from the hospital and eat to fill his stomach. As soon as he gets up from there, those same sages come there whom that boy had scolded very badly. Those sages come to that boy and say, son, we have met before. Those sages were returning after seeking alms. Giving him some food, they said, here, eat this. You must be very hungry. I know you. I understand that circumstances want to forcibly make you bow down, but you don't want to bow down before people. But if you don't bow down before people, then you won't even get food. Today I have given you food so your hunger will be satiated, but this hunger will keep recurring every day. This fire of the stomach never extinguishes. Hearing this from the sages, the boy says, when I had wealth, riches, property, then there used to be queues of my friends, associates, relatives behind me. Everyone used to be my well-wisher. But as soon as sorrow befell me, they all turned around. Now all of them have become my enemies, but you, whom I had scolded so badly, have become my supporter in my sorrow. In this grief of mine, you are my first friend, my first relative who has taken pity on me. I used to consider myself very big, but look, the blow of time has brought me from there to here. Today, I have understood very well that there is no bigger friend than money. Saying this, the boy ate the food and for the first time, enjoyed the pleasure of food. His hands were trembling as he wanted to quickly finish that food. He wanted to quickly chew and swallow it, and tears were also flowing from his eyes. He felt as if till today he had never eaten such delicious food. The experience he got while eating this food, he had never got such an experience before. Then he says to the sage, what is this pleasure? Even in this sorrow, I am able to experience the satisfaction of this food. Then the sage says, there is satisfaction here. Pleasure is experienced there. But beware, satisfaction can be very dangerous too. When satisfaction transcends our necessity, our desires, then it can also show us the vision of sorrow. The food you are eating, if you had got this kind of food before, then you wouldn't have even touched it. But by eating this same food today, you are getting satisfaction. But when you had money, riches, then you must have eaten even better food than this, but then you wouldn't have got satisfaction. That happiness wouldn't have been attained which you are experiencing today. But beware, if you keep getting food like this every day, then you will start wishing for even better food. And for the fulfillment of this desire, sorrow will arise in your mind. And when you fulfill this desire of your mind, then you will also attain happiness. But this happiness will come and go, and when in your life, food will keep coming and going like this, then you will move towards some other work or some other desire. Then you will want to fulfill some other desire. You will want to satisfy some other desire, and when that desire is not fulfilled, when you don't get satisfaction, then you will feel sad, troubled, agony, and this chain will keep moving forward like this. You will always run after happiness, but sorrow will keep running after you. When you want to catch happiness, it will want to catch you. Thus, this process will continue endlessly. Just then the sage takes out a pouch full of gold coins from his bag and places it in the boy's hands. Then the boy says to the sage, "Saint, where did you get so much money from? You are a renunciant." Then the sage tells the boy, "This money is yours. That day when you were scolding me and going towards your house, this pouch full of coins had fallen out of your pocket. I picked it up and kept it with me, thinking that when I meet you, I will return it to you. Since I have met you today after that day, I am returning it to you. Here, take it. It's yours." Hearing this, the boy says, "O sage, it's because of this very money that my friends, associates, relatives, even my relatives betrayed me. But you are the first person who in my bad times has supported me. My money has come back to me. I am grateful for your help. I will restart my business with this money and take that business to new heights." Then the sage says to that boy, "No one gives us sorrow. Rather, the reasons for sorrow are within us only. We ourselves cheat ourselves. Unfortunately, we keep getting confused. We don't realize whether we are doing right or wrong. And in this way, we keep getting trapped in the web of illusion, because in happiness, closing our eyes, we just want to enjoy that happiness. We don't want to pay attention to anything or anyone else. We don't want to know that life is sweet as well as bitter. There is truth as well as lies. In happiness, we only boost our ego. Ego takes a person on the wrong path and pushes them towards destruction, makes them blind. In contrast, if we see, humility is a quality that takes a person towards success. It connects them to others, helps them, and gives them the strength to accept their shortcomings. Giving up ego and adopting humility is the path to success and happiness. Hearing this, the boy says, "You are right. When I had wealth, riches, property, I had become blind then. I didn't pay attention to anything. It has come back to me from both my hands, and today when it's not with me, then I am realizing it's going away and now struggling with these sorrows. My eyes have opened now. I have also come to know now who is with me and who is against me, and this knowledge that I have attained through sorrow, I will keep this knowledge and learning with me. From now on, I will keep my eyes open." The moral we get from this story is that ego takes us towards destruction while humility takes us towards success and happiness. Therefore, we should always be humble and ready to learn. Humility is the path to success. Friends, I hope you have definitely learned something from today's video. So don't forget to share this video with friends by liking it, and do subscribe to the channel to enable us to bring you more such stories and messages. So let's meet again in another new story with another new message. Until then, take care.